Hello and welcome, Hillians. I'm Joe, and today it's another solo video. This time on a figure who's probably not going to get me very many views, but I'm quite fond of and I want to do a video of, just in passing, Link's uncle. Now, we touched briefly in our Hyrule in Focus series on Link's uncle from A Link to the Past. He's not what I would describe as the most important or integral character, or the most expanded upon, though I think that this is a mistake on Nintendo's part in that really they ought to have expanded on the lore surrounding him. Because, for example, Tolkien and Howard always expanded on all lore for all their characters, even the most irrelevant. So, with that said, though, I think that he is a character whom doesn't get the respect and the, or if not respect, but the most appreciation that he should get, as, let's be honest, he's essentially a substitute for a parent. He is pretty much Link's adoptive father, in a way, at least insofar as the Link from A Link to the Past is concerned. Being the sibling of one of his parents, he ended up bringing up Link as his own. He is apparently a former knight who was in his youth in service to the royal family of Hyrule. He served as Link's guardian, teaching him how to wield the sword, and also teaching him the values of the Knights of Hyrule. Evidently, this meant that he grew to care for Link, but at the same time, he instilled in his pupil and nephew the value of loyalty and a sense of duty to the monarchy of Hyrule, which, okay, this is very, very important. Now, he appears in the comic by Shotaro Ishinomori, where it is mentioned that apparently he adopted Link after Link's parents passed away. So, yeah, and he did so. Well, he retired so that he might shield Link from royal intrigue and from the court, and didn't want him brought up in the palace. Instead, he wanted to bring him up outside, probably on some countryside farm, which I've seen some artwork where Link is depicted living this kind of lifestyle. And I would say, if rather hesitantly, that this is very likely because the city and the castle are more likely to be focal points for conflict and intrigue, like I said, and this would make a poorer place to raise a child. So it was really an act of sacrifice and love. Likely he probably would have made it far in life had he not retired, but he chose family above all else. And this is something we really should praise. And this is a bit of a subtler way of storytelling, where they don't say it outright, but it's strongly implied, and we're meant to, I think, read into the material that Link's uncle made certain sacrifices that many parents make for their children. That being said, he apparently, in the SNES or Super Famicom version, I believe, says, "You are the princesses." He's meant to say that you are the princess's last hope. But apparently, some mistakes were made with the translation in the original SNES version, where he says, "Zelda is your," then trails off and dies. Now, this led to a lot of weird speculation about Zelda and Link being related. But in reality, this was a mistranslation, and it was meant to say, "You are the princess's last hope." Just a detail that I thought we didn't touch on in our video about Link's uncle, but that probably should have been touched upon. And he's also, we got to bear in mind, apparently touched on a little more from what I've read up on a Japanese short radio drama in which it depicts a younger Link being placed under the care of Zelda's nurse for a time. And, of course, there's hints that, this nurse is married to Link's uncle, or that the man he calls uncle may not be his biological uncle. The radio drama, I'm not entirely clear on all the details regarding, but I'm thinking of maybe looking into it down the road when I get to Japan in order to better understand some of the lore, as I believe there's some lore that's not been fully translated regarding Link's uncle, and I do think that would be interesting to explore. If you think this is just a foolish idea, let me know in the comments section. And don't forget to check out my Substack and to smash that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video, which will hopefully be about a Hyrule Warriors character.